Hello, my friend. This is Dr. Samuel Kisseadoo in Hampton, Virginia, founder and president of Fruitful Ministries International, Incorporated, an evangelistic and teaching Christian ministry. We enrich the church. We help society, institutions, communities. And we do a lot of family life programs, marriage, courtship, relationships. And we also do biblical teaching, leadership, and prayer, and of course evangelism. So contact us. The numbers I'll give at the end. You can contact us and then get involved with us. Now let's just have a little chat about making an assessment or assessing your relationship, your marriage. You see, we go on and on and on, and then we are not happy with this, happy with that. And then you see the areas where our hearts are settled as part of our vision. Everyone has areas that are strong points and there are weak points. What you like, what you desire, your ambition or your vision and things, they become the areas to talk about. But other areas which are important for us, we need to look at, we don't. You must evaluate the level and intensity of the intimacy, the closeness in your relationship, regular basis from time to time. So I'm going to mention a few things. And those areas that are important to you at a particular time, you can just ask that. The man is the leader, and the man is supposed to take the lead in doing such an evaluation. But many of us won't do it. Even if you are courting, of course, there are some things if they're off limits, you can't do them if you are just dating or courting. But a lot of things about punctuality, courtesy, and things are things you can discuss. You don't wait until something is said and done, then you become a correction officer. Okay. The evaluation should be done. We encourage the man to gently and patiently engage the woman in candid discussions. But sometimes it's the woman who is rather concerned that things go well. The man won't talk, won't discuss, won't look for help or anything, which shouldn't be. Okay? If you don't do that, you gradually separate in your mind, your heart, your body from your partner, because some things repel you, some things are rich, but you don't discuss them to improve upon them or even enjoy them properly. So it's not bonding the two of you together. So do your assessment alone first. I'm going to mention a few things. And then you can involve your partner. Number one, ask about meals and performance in the kitchen. Is everything okay? How about kitchen? Is there anything we can do better? Do you enjoy the meals? And then and that. Ask about it. Ask about food. Okay? And meals. Very, very important. Discuss it. So, well, this is too much oil, too much salt, too much pepper, and you made a housemaid do everything, and I don't like it the way he does this particular food. Supervise well. If the kids come home and we don't make plans for them for anything for lunch because we are not home, we just leave them anyhow, then we come for dinner and we eat breakfast. Anything that is important about meals. Number two, performance on the marriage bed and your romantic nature. So you have to be romantic, your attitude towards the lover. Can I improve it? Can you suggest to me what and what I should do so that I become more romantic? It's baby steps. It's not overnight. I'm the most romantic woman on earth, the most romantic man in the neighborhood. It doesn't happen just that way. In fact, some of them I may not even think it's important, but my background, who raised me, and what I've been reading, what I've been seeing, and what I've been hearing. So it's important to discuss. And please don't just laugh, sneer at the person and just criticize or make sarcastic remarks or anything. Let's be serious with it and give good suggestion. Then the partner to be humble enough to be listening, to make it better on the marriage bed. And then your whole romantic attitude, outside and inside the house, you have to work on it. The third one is your neatness, general appearance, and then the dressing, neatness. Ask each other. These days, the kind of thing you wear is shown too much with the Mount Washington, Mount Kilimanjaro, and Mount Afajato in the front, and the lines of your underwear are showing from behind you, and your buttons, some are off, but sometimes you don't care. Your shirt, you don't seem to iron these days. And all that your mustache is like a broom, and use the mouth freshener or whatever it is, mouthwash and things, because when you say hello, it's not the best sometimes, and you don't seem to care how you brush your teeth, and make sure you brush your teeth before you sleep. Talk about things like that. Your armpit, there's an air conditioner there, there's a hole, fix it. You see, making of the bed and cleaning of the kitchen, and your car inside is like a war zone in front of your computer, and all kinds of things that we can talk about neatness. Neatness. You leave things around in the house anyhow. Shouldn't be like that. Leaving plates and things overnight. That's one thing I never like in my home. It's a decision you have to take and work on it. You see, all the cockroaches. So it's rare to find cockroaches and mice in our kitchen. We don't leave anything overnight. And do the best as the man to lead, to ensure it's there. Don't leave all for the woman, and all you're doing, all your things are outside. But that for inside the house, breadwinner, never soul winner. The woman take the home as an extension of herself, and the man just comes to the house to rest and do things. I always say men do 5 things. Most of them, well, some of them, okay, sorry. I haven't gone around the world, so some of them. They eat, they sleep and rest, they make love, they entertain, and they prepare to go to work. You see? But the woman take the home as an extension of herself. So when there's a clutter here, this place is not clean, and this place is that, set guidelines, values. For the children too, don't put anything in the fridge without covering it. If you take a bottle, put to your mouth, don't put it back like nobody put it to the mouth. Don't bring your dirty shoes and things onto the nice rug or carpet or whatever. You set some rules. Don't leave all the lights on and you are around here. They come and watch TV in the living room, and the light in the bedroom is on for 2-3 hours. That's a bill for nothing. When you're leaving your room, switch off the light. Don't leave wet towel, you're in a hurry and the wet towel is on your bed and you're going to school. If you take a plate or a cup, don't leave it anywhere in the house. Bring it back to the kitchen. You see, as soon as you come from outside, wash your hands with soap. It's not because of COVID, but something you should have been practicing all over the place. Number 4 is shopping. How's my shopping? Do I buy the right things? Do I waste time? Do I do it well? Talk about shopping in general and the involvement of everybody. Number 5, talk about money. How to generate more income, then investment and the spending. How the money comes, how are we investing, saving, and how are we spending money. Discuss it. You see, if you don't want to have a joint account, put a sizable amount together to learn financial management as a couple. You don't get to heaven with F, financial planning. We can't tell God, you know how reckless, careless he is or she is, God is not going to excuse you. So that is why I gave him to you, or I gave her to you. Okay, money. Number 6, talk about the use of resources. From the computer to the phone, to paper, to pen, water. Don't leave it running and you're running around. You see, don't waste water. Okay? The use of the car, the use of anything from the butter or margarine, whatever you use. And then the bread, the milk. See, things that you waste. You see, if you use honey instead of sugar or use sugar. And then food, when you eat, about half of it leftover thrown always into the garbage. Take what you can eat. You see? So management of all that, use of resources, opportunities, okay, playing of music and what you like to watch and all that. Very important. Number 7, communication, which is the life and the blood of the relationship. Let me know where you go. Let's know what goes on. Communication must be free and complete. If I'm afraid to tell you what have you built up, what culture have you built up in the family, why I'm afraid to tell you that I'm going here or I'm doing this. Sometimes not that I want to hide things from you. It's your behavior, lack of trust, misinterpretation, misunderstanding, so jealous, so possessive, controlling, and it is a problem. Sometimes I've made mistakes in the past by my affair with people. Sometimes it's adulterous affair. And it's so much in your mind that if I'm going to any man or I'm going to any woman for the man, I'm going to any man for the woman, then it's a problem. So I have to hide it from you. It is not good. Learn to trust each other. And if you also say you have changed, bear fruit worthy of your repentance. You say you have changed, but still that girl keeps calling and calling in the night, calling you at midnight, calling you 11, and sometimes you're lying in bed. The other time you thought I was sleeping. I wasn't sleeping. I could hear you talking to her. It's a crisis. These days, they will say they have broken the relationship, then they leave some threads hanging, and the girls too will do everything to maintain it, to use the man as their source of income and their bank account. Some of the women will never. They will use every trick in the book to still maintain that old demonic, carnal, adulterous, wrong, wicked affair with the man and try to destroy someone's marriage. There's no fear of God. There's payday someday. You see? Some of the women, their husbands have traveled, or they are divorced or separated, or their marriages didn't work and things. They will do everything to get people's husbands. You see? Or get some men, they are not marrying them, and they won't let them marry too. And so the men do that to some of the girls too. You see? But these days, let us work on ourselves. Keep the bond of prayer, the word, and holiness strong in the marriage. And don't be nagging and make the environment hostile. Then you are driving your partner outside. That's not a topic now. Let's not go too much into that. But it is a crisis. You see? Partners trusting each other has become a problem. Pornography, text message, nude pictures people send to people's husbands and wives, and the men encourage it. This phone sexting, and you see them and they are in the video camera over there and here, and the women are totally naked, the men are naked, and they are doing some demonic, yucky, satanic stuff on the camera. You see? And as if there's no judgment somewhere, as if demons are no more there, as if the Holy Spirit is now no more holy. And some are supposed to be even leaders in churches and all the rest of them. Let's work on ourselves, please. You see? When you see trouble in the world, we are not doing the right thing. And people who are in church, we should be the example, right? Okay? Through your communication, be honest. We get angry easily when you are with a spouse. You have decided to be one. As if it doesn't have the right to ask you certain questions about where you went. And always answering questions with questions. Where are you coming from? Why are you asking me? You do the way you ask. The way you make your statements. See, there should be freedom. We are married, we are one, but there should be independence of a kind. You are still two different identities who have come together. You see, if you mix sugar and water, the sugar doesn't become water, and the water doesn't become sugar. As a matter of fact, if you evaporate the water to the point of the water leaving, you see the sugar at the bottom. It's just mixed. See, the oneness is a spiritual thing you can't explain. But judgment day, you can't give my account for me. If the oneness is such as we think it is, then you can give my account for me on the judgment day for my anger, my jealousy, my wrongs, and my rights. You see? No, but you can't. God still knows we're individuals, but we are together spiritually with one mind in a relationship, okay? Let's work on ourselves. So work on the communication, because sometimes we misunderstand. Nothing is going on but suspicion and mistrust. Number 8 is your in-law relations. Ask if there is any problem. Am I treating my in-laws well? Are we treating each other well? In-law relations, number 8, okay? In-law relations, find out. Number 9, one of the questions to ask and discuss, your outside friendships. Oh, some friends are a problem for the marriages. You see, some are not marrying well, or they will not marry properly, or they are not married now, and they are not treating their partners well. And when you befriend them, get close to them, they want you to be like them with their spirits. Be careful. Okay? Some friends. See, and the same with some family members who are not serious with their families and get attached to their brothers. My elder brother, my elder. And the elder brother is influencing the younger brother, so he's not making time for the wife as he ought to. And when he says he gets angry. It's around all over, here and there. You see, people influencing people, family members or friends influencing the man or influencing the girl. You see, and it's not the best at all. There are some women, when they go to visit the other lady, they come back always changed because they're comparing and gossiping and comparing and gossiping. We should work on ourselves. You see, they go to do their hair and then, the gossip galore. You see, and all kinds of comparisons. So outside friendships are very important. Okay. Then your time management, number 10. Time management. Apportioning proper time for this and for that so that some things don't lag behind. You see, if you are spending 2 hours doing your hair on a Sunday morning, then that's terrible. If you're also spending 2 hours just ironing your shirt or polishing your shoe, and this question of are we riding in one car, who goes where, who comes in, we can work things out. Some of the things we do on Sunday morning before church, we could do them Saturday evening to save some time. You see, when my wife realized that I iron my shirt and I iron stuff in the morning before I go to school, I was in the Bronx teaching in Connecticut. I go by the highway. She called and told me, let's have a policy in this home. Anything we're going to wear tomorrow morning, we ensure we iron before we go to bed. You see? And then other things that will help you get a ticket from the police when you are speeding. You see? So work it out. And when your partner is telling you, take it because maybe a woman told me, I'll take it because I'm a man. And the leadership, which is a privilege and responsibility, to me is boss. And they do it out, then they realize that 69, 70, 75, then they die and leave problems behind. If you had listened 40 years ago to your wife, some of the women too, if you had listened to your husband, you see, by the time their eyes are open, it's too late. You see. Oh, Lord help us. Time management. You waste time. You should have bought this land long ago. You should have started building long ago. You should have been saving money for us to move into a house long ago. You should have been doing this. You know, the kids who go to college and save money. You should have done this. People fool us to get into wrong business with them, wrong things with them, wrong ministry with them. You see, and the self is working when you talk, the one won't listen. Things you should start little by little, we start big and then it collapses. We will not listen. Let's work together. So talk about it. And that's how are things going with my time management. Number 11 is my punctuality. You see, if a meeting is, you say 8 o'clock and you are late, 9 o'clock you are late, 10 o'clock you are late, 11 you are late, then there's a problem. Punctuality in terms of what we decided on. Sometimes you are sidetracked, trade-offs. Oh, I met a friend, I haven't met him for 100 years. Oh, and he said I should accompany him to this. Oh, my mom just called and this. And your dad just called. Your mom and dad and they are not supposed to come and interfere with your marriage like that. Well, we know there's some emergencies and some things that we should do, and the wife or husband must understand. Please. They train the child and you got a child to marry. We know that they are not supposed to interfere. But when there's a family outing on a birthday, on a particular evening, with the children and things, you see, I am moving. Can you help me move my things? I have to go for the outing and come. Or let's arrange it where I can come and help. But I can't stop and go because, hey, see, he's the one who paid my fees in school. How many times are you going to please him all these years? Because he paid your fees and he helped you, bought your ticket to travel and gave accommodation to you for 6 months and whatever it is. He can just come into your life and wreck it and he doesn't care about your home affair. And you allow him to keep doing this. You allow her to go on like that? No. You see? If you love your spouse enough, let them understand. Some of our people and some friends and family members don't understand real marriage. Be the example to them. You see, some are not even in their marriages because they didn't know how to handle each other and how to marry. And that is why they are like that. And they are transferring the thing to you. As if, hey, as if you are bound by your partner. As if your partner is controlling you. You see, that's all the thing. And they make you believe, oh, so I don't want to be controlled. No. Don't know who you are and what you want and the will of God for your life? Please do. Please do. Okay, so your punctuality without allowing unnecessary interference. Number 12, your spiritual state, Bible, prayer, your zeal, your activities, your calling, your responsibilities. Please work on that, your spiritual state. You're going to think your partner is too spiritual because you have slacked. You are not what you used to be before, and you are not admitting it. But because you're an elder, a deacon, an apostle, a prophet, a pastor, someone even a retired minister, associate, they appointed you for missions, and you're still trying to do the old motions and old things. You don't see the spiritual, your cutting edge has become blunt. See? And sometimes you don't want to excel. You don't want your partner to excel too. He's doing things and you find a way of pushing the one backwards. And then you're trying to find all kinds of laws and regulations why she shouldn't be involved, why he shouldn't be involved, why he shouldn't do this, because you want only you to be in charge. You see? And you two, when they are making you get involved, then you try and you come and you're bulldozing and pushing your way because I'm the pastor's wife. Because it is me who is the pastor. You see? So your wife should do everything in terms of you. And the woman too, because the pastor's wife, then is going beyond her limits. You see? With suggestions and utterances and things, you want to always push. She suggests and want the suggestion to be done, no matter the regulations, no matter other people's inputs, she's pushing it away because I'm the pastor's wife. I'm the wife of the chief deacon, chief elder. Let's stop all those things. They don't glorify God. It's self, the biggest enemy. Self, the biggest enemy. So your spiritual state, your Bible, your prayers, scriptures, disobedient to the word is what drove Adam and Eve out of the garden. So discuss it. Spiritual state of affairs and admit it when your partner is trying to caution you to be careful. Number 13 is your general attitude and conduct, the way you behave. Take serious things serious. And things that are little things, don't make them federal cases. Don't make federal cases out of little things. Mountains out of molehills. Big deals out of small deals. Then it becomes difficult to stay with you. Don't use rifles to be killing mosquitoes and destroy all kinds of things. The mosquito is gone. You see? Watch your words, your conduct. The way you behave when you are dancing, when there's a program, especially when there's a party or something. Just calm down a little bit. You see, sometimes to you too, you are the opposite. He's just standing and moving like a simple harmonic motion. That's just be flexible. What is this? Is that spiritual? Oh, so your general conduct, the way you correct me in front of people, and your whole attitude towards food and clothing and entertainment and lovemaking and romance and your attitude towards the children, and your general attitude towards things. Behavior. Number 14 is your speech and general communication. When I say communication, number 7 is the communication in terms of me and you, the way it goes. But when I say general communication, communication on the phone to somebody else, communication when you are standing somewhere, communication to the person who brings the thing every morning, the newspaper, your communication to the man who helps to mow the grass, and to people and things in general. Your comments as you watch television and all the rest of them. Your speech, you see, the way you put the thing to the person during the meeting. If your contribution where there was a little misunderstanding about the importance of grace, hey, what is anointing and things, the way you put it wasn't good. You see, your language should be polished. You see, when you're saying serious things, let people see it's serious. You see, but let your yes be yes, your no be no. You don't fall under condemnation, the Bible says. Number 15, your opinions and cooperation. Opinions are so strong, they sound like prophetic things. So I'm not able to come in. So cooperation becomes a problem. So discuss it. Ask, how am I? How am I doing? About opinions and cooperation. Number 16, how you treat visitors and strangers. Am I okay? Do you have a suggestion for me? You see, God warned Israel, you are strangers in Egypt, so be careful how you treat strangers. So be talking to each other. Be talking to each other about that. Oh, it's fine. But when visitors come, try not to do this, to do that, to do that. Number 17, attendance to church functions, to functions and celebrations. You see, your interest in going with me, the way you behave when you go, sometimes you don't want to sit with me anywhere when we are out, or we are sitting always together, we don't want to talk to anybody else and make friends. Assess it. Assess your behavior and sometimes the way you talk in front of people about me. And then others, sometimes you boast about me too much. Be careful about that. Or you don't say nice things. Or they ask you, it's fine, difficult to give a testimony or say something nice about me. Be careful about that. And then your general attitude towards the whole attendance. Number 18, your relationship with the children, how you bond with them. Make them feel at home. Make them feel they are wanted. They are not a burden God gave you, problems to solve. Relate to them. You see the 5 relationships in a home: father, mother first. Number 2, father, children. Number 3, mother, children. Number 4, the children and parents. And then number 5, among the children. Those 5 relationships must be in place, starting with daddy, relating to mommy, and relating to children. Then the rest follow. Okay? Take time, call them, say hi to them, hug them. Don't hug your daughter. Someone's going to hug her when she grows old. That's bad. Play with them. Tolerate them. Know how to correct them. Be stern in terms of seriousness, but don't abuse them with your lips and your attitude. Be careful when you're angry and you're trying to fix them, okay? So relate well to them so that they can approach you. Be approachable as a parent, as a wife or husband, to the children, as a mother or father. Number 19, courtesy and respect. The way you welcome me. Do you welcome me? The way you talk to me, they are watching. When you talk to people, the guy who comes here because he comes to clean or he comes to iron, comes to mow grass, and comes to do this, the way you talk is bad. It's not a good example. And it doesn't make your Christianity even attractive or your position in the nation or society. It's the way you talk to people brings you down. It's not comparable. It's not commensurate with your position. The way the people respect you respect yourself, but the way you talk to them, courtesy and respect. Today I was reading, is it 1 Peter 4:17? Oh, I hope I'm quoting right. And then he's talking about honor all men, love the brother. It's 1 Peter 2. Sorry. 1 Peter 2:17, please. Because this is video. People are writing 1 Peter. That one I'm sure. 1 Peter 2:17. Honor all men, fear God, love the brotherhood, honor the king. So far as he's a leader, honor and respect. Okay, 1 Peter 2:17. The verse 15 of 1 Peter 2, it says, by your doing good, you put to silence the ignorance of foolish people who don't trust you, who don't believe you. You just keep doing right, and God will prove them wrong. You see, keep doing right. And your husband who doesn't trust your abilities, is they married the right person, or your wife who doesn't trust you, or you're living with them as a house help, as a security man, as somebody, you know, they entrust this to, you keep doing what is right. Later on, they go, oh, we are wrong. So you can, it's not only rebuking the devil and praying, just do what is right. You can put that as a weapon to silence. Use that as a weapon to silence the ignorance of a foolish person who doesn't take his time and be patient to allow you to perform. He's judging you so much in that church, that group, that ministry, that home. Okay? Number 20 is your love, your kindness, sharing, care, and forgiveness. They all go together. Love is giving and forgiving, sharing, caring, kindness. That am I okay? You're okay, but sometimes, you know, you appear a little selfish when it comes to money. Tell him or tell her when it comes to your family. For that is so much number one. But when it comes to even us here with you, as if you are still obliged to your mom and dad and brothers and sisters, but your own spouse and children, sometimes we feel we are number two, which may be true, you see. Or a particular person has managed to worm himself or herself into your life. He is dictating what to do. So that even between me and you as husband and wife, it's your sister or your brother or your father or mother who is always telling you how to treat me, what to give me and what not to give me. That's bad. Break from that and marry your spouse. It's against the will of God to do that. You leave father, mother, the closest relationship represented by father, mother. In Genesis 2, okay, 24, okay, and join to your spouse. So your love, your kindness, talk about it, ask. Number 21 is the home arrangements. A woman said, my husband will bring some flowers, put it anywhere in the house. And when I tell him, oh, why don't you look for an appropriate place, he gets angry. So that we'll stop buying flowers. Because when I bring it, my wife doesn't appreciate. No, he's just telling you, you know, someone will say, bring it, you put it where you want to put it. And let's work together and stop all this self-aggrandizement, as someone said. You know, bring a flower. Why don't you talk? Oh, where do we? And agree. You see, I get flowers, more than one, potted ones, not flowers in a vase with water in it. These are imports. On Sunday, Mother's Day, she put them where she wanted. And we have been talking about it I brought it. So there's some here, there's one on my right, somewhere here. Work together with it. It's more than after you brought it. Don't let something happen and then the whole thing becomes a fight. Why did you do this? You put this here, you didn't water it, and this one, and that one, and that one, and that one. No. Okay. Number 22, your reactions and your responses to crisis and trials. When difficulties come, your attitude is not the best. You panic easily. You're afraid easily. You can't trust God. That's what all the prayers. Sometimes you don't tell me, and then you take a step in panic before you tell me. Oh, no. So talk about it. And let's work on it. Don't just say, do it. Use scripture and prayer. And rebuke the spirit of fear too. Some things manifest in the relationship as you go along from your background. You must admit it and break it. You see, sometimes you made me become a talkative. You made me do this. Angels don't sin. There is nothing you do whose seed wasn't there. It hasn't rained. Now it started raining, it's germinating, and you made me, I did what? Yes, okay, the water is hot. How did you feel it? You are getting on my nerves. What are the nerves doing there? Work on your nerves. You too, you got a problem. Okay? So stop blaming people for everything. Don't make yourself a victim. Always you are the one offended. They didn't talk to me well. There are people in so many parts of the world and they're talking about what they did to their ancestors years ago. When are you going to improve upon your life? See, ancestors are dead and gone. Things are gone. All of us have mistreated each other around the world. But some people will always take and make themselves a victim. Somebody is responsible for all my problems. And then they hand over to their children, they will continue. And then we're always going around in circles, never going anywhere. When are we going to stop this? So stop that in the marriage or relationship, or in that ministry or that church or that group. Always trying to find who, so that they think that new people came and joined and brought problems. Whatever you don't like about them, they have come to reveal what was in the group already, which wasn't revealed by their coming. Work on yourself. Your inability to accept them and work with them because you are used to the old girls, old boy mentality. Then you begin to think, they join the ministry, they join the church, they join the group. Another group is not, we are not happy because your selfishness, your self-centeredness, and your weaknesses have been exposed by the coming of the people. To accept them and work with them is a problem. The same in marriage. Your weaknesses have been exposed and you are blaming just your partner. He married you and it is happening. We started courting and dating and it is happening. God is using that person to bring out the problem. You see, there's a pastor who had a wonderful church. And a friend visited years after. And he was talking to him after church. I said, oh, how are things going? It's a long time. You have a nice church. Oh, yeah, I used to do better than this. But he said, oh, but what happened? I mean, to me, it's nice. He said, but that woman. See, the wife was standing talking to someone. He didn't say my wife, but that woman. He referred to as that woman. I said, what does he do? He told a friend, he makes me so angry. The friend stood for a minute and then he said, oh, you know what? The anger has always been there. Your wife only brings it out. Pastor, work on yourself. From that day, he started changing. Number 23, temperament. Change and responses. When things change, how I respond to changes, a new baby comes, somebody else comes to visit, this one runs out, an extreme one is when you get out of job. Then your temperament, the way you behave, you are hard, you are soft, you are this. Temperament. Talk about it. The kind of temperament you have. And discuss it. You could do this better. But don't just talk about temperament and stuff like that without a word and prayer and suggestions, what to do and what not to do to make things better. Number 24, good and bad habits. You have good habits and bad habits. Mention some, I think it's okay, but say, oh, we can modify that. That is not good. If you don't bring books from the library and you say you are, or from the shelf, and you read, you know how many books are by the bedside? There are 6 now, send them back. And then you put on the light anyhow in the night. If you have other reading light or something, and then you say you're reading, and you try to kiss your wife, or usually the woman wouldn't usually do that. The man without brushing your teeth in the morning. Your wife is thinking that is not good. My brother, it's not good. Okay, make sure your hands are clean in doing things you do. Okay, when I'm wrong, find a way of helping me out. Some of them, they are not deliberate. You see, know how to correct. You see, love, you say it, you do it, you behave it. Your behavior in not helping me around the house, and your behavior when I do something wrong, doesn't go with the ring, the car, the jewelry, and those flowers and things. Your behavior must go with your actions and your acts, and then say it. The 3 must match, okay? The 3 must go together. Your behavior, the way you don't love prayer, you're not praying for us. You're giving us things. But lack of prayer and the seriousness you should put into the Bible and prayer is making us become attacked. When we are sick, we are confused, things are not well. How do we enjoy the gifts you are giving? It's more than giving a gift. Balance your life. Balance your life. So don't just, when you are discussing this, you're not talking about it, oh, it's fine, or this is not fine, then you end there. So just also, in all the areas I've mentioned, what I can do so that things become wonderful. Number 25 is entertainment. If you're not careful, ministry, you won't even watch any movie. They're very nice, good movies. You read a book outside of the Christian books. You won't go out anywhere. No sightseeing. At least shopping together and doing stuff together. Visiting together. Find something to do. Something to entertain yourselves. Okay? So what will entertain you? If it's music, if it is this, or even listening to a program together. So it doesn't become the usual and you are sweating, it's always counseling or preparing something to preach oh, this is the board meeting, and this one I have to go to the radio, I have to go to the TV, and the people are not together. Something to enliven you, to enlighten you, to refresh you, to rejuvenate you. Okay, to work on the entertainment. So talk about it and suggest. If I look at you, I think we can do this and that, and then you work it out. Some things that, how is my attitude? Or you do all sports, and watching this all the night, staying late. Then you come, you're making love around 1 in the morning by sitting and watching the thing. You come and wake me up. You even do it well too. You give the wife a problem, and then she has to get up 5 in the morning and you are snoring. That also be careful. Every morning tennis, and I'm going to the gym, and I'm going here, and it's like entertainment as well as exercise addict. You see, no. Some do entertainment. Every movie in town, every amusement in town, everything in town on vacation. They use all their money and come from vacation broke. Because a vacation, that also is not good. Balance it. So talk about it. And when your partner is trying to help you to balance it, you begin to think, oh, now you don't do this. Oh, now you are not interested anymore. Don't do that. Let me give one more. Number 26. Trust. Do you think I trust you? In fact, yesterday I was asking my wife, so how do you enjoy this marriage? This is almost 40 years of marriage. Yesterday we were sitting after eating, we were talking, chatting. She likes that. Finish eating and sitting and talking. And I asked her, see, we enjoy gardening. Now it's gardening time. Hey. Today she went to the store looking for calcium for the plants and looking for this and looking for that. Some of the pots, you have to put them into another tray, so that when you water it, the water doesn't drip and flow all over the place and that. And then there's a plowing we have done over there. And then the tomatoes we have nursed. And even today we say we're going to plant tomatoes. We didn't. It occupies us. You see, I'm going to grow some okra. There's some pepper. And there was a sale, some garden here was selling some stuff. Occupy yourself with some of these. So it doesn't always become the counseling and writing of books and counseling and this and professor biology and she to nursing and this. Balance it. And trust each other with money. Trust each other. Your yes is yes, your no is no. Find areas of strength and weaknesses. Then the performance you expect plus your role, then you talk about it. In a candid and a wise way, give the man a good feedback, you the woman. Also on areas where in the relationship you can do better and all that. Make time to engage in this heart-to-heart dialogue in a cordial, peaceful, enthusiastic atmosphere. So questions you can ask to evaluate and assess the relationship. God bless you. This is Reverend Dr. Samuel Kisseadoo in Virginia. Call me in Virginia on 1-917-741-0643. 1-917-741-0643. In Ghana, 233 Ghana code. So 233-20-812-6533. If you're calling in Ghana, it's 020-812-6533. In Kumasi, call 0275-353-802. 0275-353-802. So 233-275-353-802. The website is www.fruitfulministriesint.com. The ministries is RIES, International, INT. It's Fruitful Ministries International Incorporated, Evangelistic and Teaching Christian Ministry. So www.fruitfulministriesint.com. Go to Amazon.com, put the name Kisseadoo, Kisseadoo. Dr. Samuel, Kisseadoo. You see some of my books, Kindle versions, 20 Major Signs of a Failing Marriage, how to spot the signs, what to do, how to avoid them. There's a book on trust and one on love, details about love. But get them from challenge bookstores or call these numbers. If you call me, I can send some to you. Okay? There's a broadcast on Joy 99.7 FM in Ghana, West Africa. Saturday mornings, 5:30 a.m. to 6 a.m. Ghana time, 5:30 to 6. Hope for your family, some family life. get anywhere in the world using myjoyonline.com and go to live radio. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord strengthen you. May God keep you. God bless you.